Good afternoon all. Thank you for joining me for another one of my art vlogs. This next design I want to work on is going to be of a crow. Now I previously did a crow design back in 2021 as you can see here, though the anatomy isn't quite right on this one and there's a few things that I would like to improve upon, but I also want to do it in that line style that I like to do. And I do apologise as well because I think in my last vlog I made a passing comment about not recalling doing many bird designs in the past, but obviously, as you can see, there have been a few that I've forgotten about. So, oh, and also before I continue, thank you so much for all the wonderful comments that I've received so far on my vlogs. Your support has been very appreciative and has really been a good motivation for me to continue with these vlogs. So thank you so much for that. Right then, let's make a start. Okay, so that's the basic design of the crow sorted. You can probably see the marks where I've gone over the eraser because I couldn't quite get the wings right, and I don't think they're quite right at the moment. So I am going to be trying to go back over that when I go in with the detail. I have made a few. Oh yeah, and apologies if you can hear the fan in the background. We're currently going through a heat wave in England, so it's very hot. But yes, so it's quite interesting the things you pick up on over time when you draw quite a bit, because I've made some changes to the crow. Because as you can see, back in 2021, I kind of made the beak, I believe, a bit too short, because crows' beaks are meant to be a little bit longer in length. So that was applied to this one. And also I made changes to where the wings start, because on this old one I think the wings are way too close to the head, so it's very in proportion, which I didn't pick up on back then. But so I'm hoping I've got the anatomy better down correctly. Though I might look at this in another 2 years and be like, no, I've done it all wrong. But oh well. So yeah, I'm gonna try and finish up with the feet because I was having a bit trouble with that as well, as you can see from the marks. And yeah, I'll catch up with you in the next update. Okay, I think I'm making good progress with this design. The wings have been surprisingly difficult. I have gone over them quite a few times and I still don't feel 100% satisfied, because I don't know, they just don't. Well, the first one, the closest one, doesn't seem to look right to me. But I might have to rest my eyes and then have another look at it tomorrow. I know I haven't finished the one furthest away yet, but I think like my eyes are probably getting a bit tired. And then because I'm probably gonna look at this tomorrow and be like, oh yeah, no, that's completely incorrect. I mean, it might actually look obvious to you watching at the moment, and you might be like, "Oh yeah, you got that way out portion." But yeah, I'll try and remedy that first thing tomorrow. We'll see how we get on. Okay, so that's the outline done. So I'm gonna go in with the color next. Yeah, I know I said in the last vlog that I was potentially going to be adding color whilst I was going in with the lines, because um, like after initially when I added the pen, I then went over with color and then I had to go over pen again. Whereas I decided in the last vlog that I was going to basically pen the design like out section by section and then add the color, then go over a pen, because I had a feeling that might speed up the process a little bit. Though with this one, I kind of want to be a bit more I wasn't too confident about adding the color straight away, because I still wasn't confident on the the wings, whether I'd done the wings right. I mean, I think they look okay. I think that one might be a bit too small, but when I go in with the color, I might be able to fix that a little bit. Because in comparison to that wing, I think that wing is a little bit looks a bit bigger maybe, or that might just be my eyes playing tricks on me. If it's obvious to if there's any flaws that are or proportion concerns that that you notice at home, then please let me know in the comments, and I will definitely take your feedback on board. Excellent. Hiya. So before I add the colour to my designs, I like to make a post on social media to basically have a fun little quiz for people to try and guess what the design is going to be before I reveal it. And we had I had an answer of a raven, and I just realized that crows and ravens are very, very similar. And the way I've designed this drawing, it kind of does resemble more of a raven. And I actually then Googled the actual differences between crows and ravens. And apparently, crows have a, I hope I get this the right way around, a kind of fan shaped tail, whereas ravens, they have a wedge shaped tail. And crows generally are bigger, they live longer, up to 30 years, whereas crows, I can't remember the exact age or lifespan of a crow, but it's much less, and they are much smaller than ravens. So, yeah, because I think I've excused the colour there because I've already added a bit of colour. So I think from this design, I will quite happily say it is more in relation to a raven than a crow. Though I might I might call the design itself. Initially, I was going to call the design the crow, but I might just call it corvid, since then it falls under the category for both crows and ravens. But I do believe that, yeah, this design does probably follow more of a raven than a crow with the tail. However, crows I think have the smooth chest area, whereas ravens I think are a bit more tufty. So I might fix that in the when I add the colour in. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it might not be too noticeable to matter that much, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I've tweaked the design slightly, where I've made the beak a little bit bigger, just to better suit a raven. And also I've noticed that the beaks actually are practically eye level or a little bit higher than the eyes. So I try to increase the height of the beak as well. You might notice in the previous clip the differences. But yeah, I think once I go over with this with colour, I'll be able to reapply the lines again. That's the usefulness about acrylic pens, because they kind of act like an undo option, which is very helpful if you realise later on that you've made a mistake in the design. So yeah, we'll carry on with this from here and see how it develops. Okay, so progress update. I realised whilst I was colouring this design in that the head area is a lot larger than the rest of the body. So I am making changes to this bit by basically trying to make it larger. So I am going to be going over into the bringing it out into the background to basically make it more proportionate. So it would mean that I'll need to bring the tail out a little bit as well. So and I will make the claws bigger to fit with the proportion, and I might just need to bring the wings out just a little bit, just so it all fits in. But yeah, so even so, this can happen. When you think you have a design down pat, sometimes you just it's not until you start really going in with the detail that you realize, oh wait, no, it's not quite right. I think all my attention was just initially on the wings to begin with, and I must have been a bit too distracted by the wings to see everything in its entirety. But these things happen, and hopefully the end result will look better once it's done. Okay, so I've brought the tail out a lot more now, and it's beginning to look a little better, like more in proportion with the rest of the body. Though I'm still going to be bringing the feet out. I've still have yet to bring the feet out. I'm going to make the legs thicker, and the wings will just be a bit taller up here. But yeah, I think that will look better once all the adjustments have been made. And we'll go from there. Okay, so we're getting closer to the finish line. It took me ages to decide on what colour I was going to do the background, so you probably see that I was potentially going to do a greyish blue to begin with, but it kind of just didn't bring out the drawing much, so I then went to an orange colour, then settled on for a purpley colour, which I think goes well with the blues. I made some really good progress with the wings, and thankfully the proportion is finally looking correct now. Though I can't I've been going over like the wings with a silver pen, which creates a nice, well, it catches the light in a nice way. I don't know if you can, it'll probably be, oh, there you go, probably see it better on the face, because it's quite a reflective silver paint pen, which is quite good. Though I was making really good progress, and then this faithful paint pen has ran out, so I've ordered some more. So I won't be able to finish the design properly until tomorrow now, but I'll continue going over with the filling in the rest of the background, continue adding the lion pattern, and I'm indecisive about whether the feet, because I've made the whole raven larger, I've made the legs bigger here, so like I kind of increased the size by another line or so. So I'll need to do the same with the talons, but I don't know if the size of the talons is actually an okay size, because they do look quite proportionate with the body, but it's difficult to tell at the moment. I might need to take a few pictures and then look at those pictures back, but I'll save the talons to last. So we'll continue going with the tail, and then yeah, we'll make a decision from there. But yes, we are approaching the finish line, so yay! Okay, so the silver acrylic pen finally arrived, so I was able to complete the design. This is the Raven. I think that's what I'm going to call it. And definitely a lot bigger than how I thought it was going to be, but I think it came out quite nicely. Got a nice sheen effect, which is quite good. Yeah, so this one was a bit of an interesting design where I went through phases of not being happy with it, then being happy with it, and I can say that the end result, I am indeed, yeah, happy with it. I mean, is it my best design? Probably not, but I think it turned out well, all things considered. Yeah, I do kind of like the look, to be fair. So, thank you very much for joining me in my vlog, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any suggestions about what you would like me to design next, please let me know in the comments, and I will be happy to oblige.